Hello friends, so let's start with another problem which is known as count the number of special characters. So what is meant by special characters and where we have to count? So we are given a word of a string type and the letter is called special characters if it appears both in upper and lower case in the given word. Okay. So that means we don't have to worry about the count of that particular special character in upper and lower case. It's just that that particular letter should appear at least one in both upper and lower case. If it is, then we increase our count of special characters. Otherwise, we don't. So like if I'll take the example of first one. Okay. So let's take word is equals to this. So here what it means that character A or capital A appears twice and the small character A appears twice and capital character A appears once only. If we talk about B and capital B, then it appears both single time. If we talk about small c and capital C, then it appears single time. Am I correct? So if I check like this and I have a variable like spatial count, okay, so it will increment one time, then it will again increment one time, so it would be 2, then it will again increment one time, so it would be 3. The spatial count value would be at last 3. Got it? So what could be our approach? Very simple. What we can do, we can take frequency array of size 26. Actually, two frequency arrays. First one for storing the frequency of small letters and second one for storing the frequency of capital letters. Then we'll traverse through the word of string type and fill our frequency array accordingly. After that, we'll traverse through both the frequency arrays and check whether on a particular index that both frequency arrays are greater than 0 or not. If they are greater than 0, then we'll increment our spatial count. Otherwise, we'll do not increment our spatial count. And at last, we'll return our spatial count. So, let's start with this approach. Simple. Let's take the length of the word in 10. Now, let's take the spatial count variable. Now let's make two frequency arrays of size 26. Frequency 1 and frequency 2. Let's fill them accordingly. As frequency 1 stores small letters and frequency 2 stores capital letters, correct? So what could be our approach? Let's take out each and every character from the string word that char c of word dot char at I. So if c is greater than equals to small a and c is less than equals to small z, so then int index converted to int type of c minus small a, because our indexing is starting from 0, not from the ASCII value index. Okay, so that's why we are taking out the index to fill our frequency 1 for small letters. And let's now increment our frequency array index by 1. The same we do for capital. If it is not small, then it is capital for sure, as it is already given in the constraint that word consists of only uppercase and lowercase letters. Okay. So here also the same logic, but instead of deleting from this character C from the index I from small a, we delete it from the capital A, because the ASCII value of capital A and small a are different. And then we increment frequency 2, here frequency 1, okay, index by 1. Okay. At last, we'll compare both the frequencies using the for loop from 0 to 26 of length of the frequency arrays, and check if frequency 1 of I is greater than 0 and frequency 2 of I is also greater than 0, then spatial count plus plus, otherwise we do nothing. At last we'll return spatial count. What we are doing? Taking out the length of the word. Now we are taking a spatial count variable to store the answer. To check the frequency of upper and lowercase characters, we are using two arrays of constant size 26, frequency 1 and frequency 2. Now we are filling our two arrays frequency 1 and frequency 2 accordingly. For frequency 1 small characters and for frequency 2 capital characters, and incrementing the index one by one. At last we are comparing both the frequency arrays of 26 with each other, whether each index of frequency 1 and frequency 2 are greater than 0 or not. If it is, for the particular index, we are incrementing our spatial count. Otherwise, we are doing nothing. And at last, we are returning our spatial count. Got it? As we have seen in our first example, which I have explained. So, let's try to run it. Great, it is working for all the three test cases. Here 0. Here as I have calculated 3. Here A is repeating only for lowercase 2 times, no uppercase. B is repeating 1 time for lower and uppercase both. C is only contains here in the capital letter, so it is also 0. So 1 is the output. Here also 1 is the output expected, and our output, it is same. Let's try to submit it. Yeah, it is working absolutely fine. So what could be our time and space complexity? So the time complexity is big O of n, because we are looping around the length of the word string from 0 to the length of the word string one time, and for checking the or comparing the frequencies of upper and lower case 0 to 26 times. Okay, so in each and every case, whatever would be the length of the string, either of 5 characters or 5 million characters, we are checking it for 0 to 26 times only. So that's why n could be from small numbers to a very large number plus 26. So big O of n plus 26, it would be big O of n only in the worst case. If the size of the n is very large, as here in the constant, if it is 50 also, then 50 plus 26, it would be 50 only. So what I am trying to say, that it is big O of n only, time complexity. Whereas the space complexity is big O of 1, that is constant, because we are taking only one variable to store the spatial count, which is our answer, and two frequencies arrays, each of 26 size. So these two are constant. They are not the frequency arrays are not incrementing depending upon the size of the word string, or not incrementing depending upon the size of the word string. So hence it is constant. So the time complexity is big O of n and the space complexity is constant, that is big O of 1. That's it. Before signing off, I want to remind you guys that please like, subscribe and comment. Please try to comment on my videos so that I can improve my videos, and tell me what you guys want to learn further so that I can, think about what topics you guys want to learn from me. That's it. Signing off.